Good morning children. Today we are going to start our fifth lesson, temperature and its measurement. Temperature and its measurement. In previous classes we learned that we have different types of seasons. So in different types of seasons we wear different types of clothes. Why do we wear like that? Generally in summer we wear cotton clothes or light colored clothes. In winter we wear woolen clothes or dark colored clothes. Why do we wear like that? In summer, our surroundings are very hot. So to prevent from that hotness, to keep our body cool, we wear cotton clothes, which allows a flow of air between the surroundings as well as body. And cotton clothes absorbs the sweat as well. So we prefer to wear cotton clothes during summer season. And during winter season, we wear woolen clothes. Woolen clothes are made from the wool. From where we get wool? From the animals, we get the wool. So these woolen clothes helps our body to keep warm. During winter season our surroundings are very cool. So these woolen clothes protects our body from that coolness. They helps us to maintain the body temperature. Means they helps our body to keep warm. So we wear different types of clothes in different types of seasons. Here cotton clothes means those are made from the cotton, means cotton flowers. We get these cotton from plant products. So that means plant products keeps our body cool during summer season, and these animal products means wool, woolen clothes keeps our body warm during the winter season. Here how can you say that whether the object is hot or cold? So what is my question is, how can you say that whether the object is hot or cold? A cup of coffee is hot and scoop of ice cream is cold. A bowl of soup is hot and a glass of cool drink is cold. Water in kettle is hot, whereas water in pot is cold. So we can say that hotness or coolness of an object by touching. So by touching an object or by sense of touch, we can say that whether the object is hot or cold. We see that some objects are cold and some objects are hot. Some objects are hotter than the remaining objects and some objects are colder than the remaining objects. How do we decide whether the object is hot or cold? Here we need a reliable method to measure the hotness or coldness of an object. Generally we measure this in terms of temperature. What is a temperature? Temperature is the measure of a degree of hotness or coldness of an object. So again, what is a temperature? Temperature is the measure of degree of hotness or coldness of an object. Here, by touching an object, we can't say that it is hot or cold. So, in some cases only we can say whether the object is hot or cold by sense of touch. Suppose by touching the milk, we can say that are they enough warm to drink or not. And by touching the milk, we can say that are they enough for making curd. But sense of touch, sometimes it misleads us or confuses us. A little bit confusion, no? Okay. I will clarify this by doing an experiment. Let us perform an activity. Take 3 tubs, that is tub A, tub B and tub C. Take cold water into tub A. Take hot water into tub B. And take lukewarm water into tub C. Now take your right hand and dip in the cold water, that is tub A. Now take your left hand, dip in the hot water, that is in tub B. Wait for 2 to 3 minutes. Then take off your both the hands and dip in the tub C. What do you feel now? We kept your both the hands in the same water. but our hands are not feeling the same temperature. Right hand feels the warmth which is taken out from the cold water, that is tub A, and your left hand feels coldness which is taken out from the hot water, that is tub B. Can we exactly decide the hotness or coldness of an substance by touching it? No. It is not possible to guess the hotness of a substance only basis of the feel or touch. So, sense of touch is not a measure to rely on so as to decide the hotness or coolness of an object. So, by this experiment, we conclude that sense of touch is not enough to estimate the temperature. So, our next topic is heat is a form of energy. Form of energy. So, heat is a form of energy. So, we know so many types of energies like chemical energy, mechanical energy, kinetic energy, potential energy, muscular energy, and so on. So, heat is a form of energy. When the rice is being cooked, the plate which kept on that rice bowl, if you see that plate jumps on that bowl. And if you put a lid on the boiled water, we can see that that lid jumps upward and downwards, and it makes some sound also. So to lift any object, we need energy. From where does the plate get that energy? Okay, from the water vapor. So the water, when we heat the water becomes into the water vapor. This water vapor, the volume of the water vapor increases. Then this water vapor try to escape from that vessel, try to escape from that bowl. So in that process, it tries to push it out, and sometimes the lid might throw it out. So the plate gets that energy from the water vapor. So from the water. So from where does this water gets energy? From the heat of a fire. From the heat of a fire, the water gets energy, and water becomes into water vapor. This water vapor wants to escape from that bowl. Then it moves the plate upward and downward. So we know that heat is a form of energy. It transferred from one object of high temperature to the object of lower temperature. So heat transferred from high temperature to lower temperature. Always the heat transferred from the object of an higher temperature to the object of a lower temperature. Okay, I will explain this with an example. If you stand for some time in the sunlight, after some time our body becomes somewhat hot. That means the heat transferred from the sunlight to our body. And if you keep an ice cube on your palm, so the heat energy transferred from our body to the ice cube, then ice cube starts to melt. So if you observe these examples, the heat energy transfer from object of a higher temperature to the object of a lower temperature. So what is heat now? The energy which makes an object appears as hot or cold is called heat energy. What is heat energy? The energy which makes an object appears hot or cold is called heat energy. This heat energy can be converted into one form to another form. We know that energy neither created nor destroyed. It just converts into one form to another form. Here the heat energy is converted into other energies, and other energies can be converted into the heat energy. Here we can see some examples. So in our homes we use water heaters to heat the water. Here what is happening? So the electrical energy is converted into the heat energy. In the heaters, In the room heaters or water heaters, the electrical energy is converted into the heat energy. Then the water boils. Then our room becomes hot. And in the gas stove, so you want to cook anything means we use gas stove. Here what is happening there? There the chemical energy converts into the heat energy. Then we can prepare the items or we can boil the water. So chemical energy is converted into the heat energy in the case of gas stove. As well, the heat energy can be converted into the other forms. So in previous we saw that other energy is converted into the heat energy in the case of heaters and in the gas stove. And here heat energy can be converted into the other energies. Suppose if you take thermal power stations, their heat energy converts into the electrical energy. There, by using the charcoal, they use it to produce the electrical energy. And the steam engines also. In the steam engines also, energy converted into the mechanical energy, and it helps that trying to move. So heat energy converted into other energies, then and other energies also can be converted into the heat energy. If you rub your palms for some time, how do you feel? What do you feel? We feel that hot. When you rub our palms, heat will be generated, and iron becomes heat when you beat with the hammer. When you beat with the hammer, iron also becomes heat. Iron also produces the heat energy there. And there soap nuts will be some soap nuts. If you rub on the stone for some time, then if you place that seed on your skin, we may feel that hotness, little bit hotness we feel. So in these three cases, what happens? There the mechanical energy can be converted into the heat energy. There mechanical energy converts into the heat energy, then we feel that hotness. In our next video, we are going to learn about effects of heat and transfer of heat in different cases. Thank you.